Hello everyone and welcome back to another week of the Anthropodcast here on the Bulbagarden Twitch channel. As always with me, Archaic, Bulbagarden webmaster, resident old trainer yelling at Altaria, and it's good to have you all back. And I do not know why I can't see the Twitch chat on my screen, because I can absolutely see it over there on my other window here. Do I have to maybe refresh this? Do I have a way to refresh this? Refresh it. I don't know. We'll see once more people start talking. Hopefully that's not a glitch that's going to last too long. As it is, thank you very much, Snowy, for letting me know about that static. It should be fixed. I just tweaked some cables. If it's still a problem, do let me know. But welcome back, everyone. It's good to have you all here again. We're still, honestly, trying to figure out. Oh, there you go, Snowy. It worked. Why did that? Why did it not show stuff from when I had everything hidden? That's weird. Anyway, reminder of where we're at. We only just loaded when you change scenes, but I was on the same scene. That's the thing. Like all this thing is literally me just whacking an image up in front of everything. Anyway, we have a little problem. That problem is our rival. Our rival is too strong for us to beat right now. Sort of. So they've got at least 2 Pokemon, maybe a third. Because this is the problem. I'm not allowed to look at Bulbapedia. It's part of the run rules. So I can't remember what Pokemon he has. I think he might have a Gyarados as well, but he's at least got Pidgeot and Charizard, which is going to be problematic for us. If he does have anything else, then it depends what moves they have. And nice stream streak there, Holly. So right now we're basically stuck trying to get some Pokemon up high enough on their speed stat so that they will actually be able to knock out both Pidgeot and Charizard. Everything else on the team we can probably take, but Pidgeot and Charizard are the problem. Venomoth's actually turning into a bit of a powerhouse. Glass Cannon, its defense and special defense are a bit low compared to Butterfree here, but its speed is actually higher now, so most likely Venomoth's going to be able to get, well, we hope Venomoth's going to get one hit off. We don't actually know yet because Butterfree didn't get a hit off last time we tried. In any case, before we try and take on our rival, I think our best option is actually a bit of training. Now, not there. Now the question is, have we beat all the trainers around here? Because if we have, the only training we can really do before going back to beat our rival and Giovanni are going to be, well, cycling road, I guess. We'll see. Looks like we may have actually done all of these people. So yeah, do we have to... Oh, actually, wait, no. Before this, what am I saying? Before this, we should try and take on Fuchsia Gym. Because at the very least, the Fuchsia Gym trainers should be lower level than what we've been fighting. So that should be plausible, I think. Maybe? I hope. Alright, let's try it. One good thing for well, that's true, that was useful. Okay. Definitely need to change my Pokemon. I think we're gonna get our Glass Cannon Venomoth up here, because we know we're actually quicker already than the Pidgeot. So, Pidgeot at least gives us the option of throwing out Butterfree using sleep powder and knocking it out that way. It's not exactly a... Why did I do that? Whatever. It's not exactly a clean knockout, but it works. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt quite a bit. Considering this is a poison gym, and that there are more poison types in Gen 1 than anything else, well, than any subsequent generations, you'd think all of his gym trainers would be using poison. I mean, okay, this is a Gen 3 game, but still, it's Kanto, Gen 1 Pokemon. You would think they could actually bother to use something poison from that generation. I do wish I could figure out, by the way, why Holly's streak, which shows in chat for me on my Twitch dashboard, doesn't show here on this one. Whatever. I gotta admit, I'm actually amazed that Leech Life is doing quite that much damage. Still not gonna complain. Unfortunately, though, we are... yeah, well, unless I can beat Sabrina's... Dang it, where do you get the Psychic TM again? I don't remember. If we can get the Psychic TM and put it on Butterfree, that will even up a lot. Ooh, that's not great. Maybe we change our Pokemon then. Yeah, when? Yeah, I'll change out because I'm back to level. Let's get Parasect. I keep getting into a Gen 1 mindset with this run and forgetting that, oh yes, abilities exist. Let's see. So we have Holly here, we have Quackside Joe, we have Norman's, Bugcatcher Jay. Good to see so many people tuning in week after week for this run. Alright, let's go heal. By the way, it won't be happening immediately, but I got TCG Live working on Linux again last night. So, TCG Tuesday will presumably be coming back at some point in the... Well, that'll be... Let's not call it the not-so-distant future, because it's probably a bit distant. We've still got quite a long ways to go in this run. But, I don't know, maybe once Dragapult's rotated. But, yeah, I have not been... Oh, right, you've got the whole stupid hidden... You can't see the... I completely forgot that existed. Okay, so obviously not that way. There we go. Hey there, Donagus. Bugs are not doing too badly. Saffron Gym City, you get to Mr. Psychic. Okay, so we actually need to go around and talk to people in Saffron. Oh! Well, there's a question then. Do I need to defeat Team Rocket before I can talk to Mr. Psychic? Because if I do, then it's not going to help me beat off my rival. That did not come out the way I wanted. It's not going to help me defeat my rival. At least we know who it's going to. We don't have to overthink that TM. We do actually have that problem with a number of our TMs at the moment. Oh, come on! Survive another few more. Now, what level does Venomoth get Psychic again? Is it in the low 40s? I mean, if we can get Psychic with any Pokemon, basically the run will become a lot easier for, well, partway through Seafoam, maybe. Oh, that hurt. Goodness, this is not a Nuzlocke. May as well go and level the weaker Pokemon then. Yeah, no, I was 52. Oh, dang it, it's gonna be a while. Alright, we'll have to make do with the Psybeam. But yeah, I was talking to some people about the run recently, and I was like, yeah, even if I could get all 6 bugs, would I be willing to do a bug monologue for a later gen game? I would need to think about that and plan it. It's like in Gen 3, I just don't think it's doable. The margins of error are like, you don't have any margin of error. I mean, about the only way I could see maybe doing it would actually involve not using this Switch version, having to use original carts, because then at least I have copies of both Fire Red and Leaf Green, and we could do the trade. And even there, I'm just not confident. I think there is not enough leeway to make mistakes. I mean, it's not as bad as a ghost type run or something like that, but it's not simple. Yeah, I need to go back and get that TM in Saffron. Well, I mean, that's what I was just asking people before. Like, can I actually get that TM when I haven't yet properly beaten Team Rocket? Because if I need to properly beat Team Rocket to get it, then I'm just going to have to make do with these Psybeams for now. Which, to be fair, is near to one-hit KOs on all of these, so that's not going to be a problem. Just some guy in the South City. Oh! Okay. Okay, cool. We'll take this gym out, then we'll head back to Saffron, grab that Psychic, teach it to Butterfree, and with any luck, that will be... probably change about here. Oh, dang it, Meowth's got something. I'll have to grab that after this. A later gen, at least gen 5 or later. Okay, okay, so what I was saying before was, later gen, I would have to think about it and plan which one could actually be done. I don't think it's impossible. It just... the issue would become, later gen means that I have to do Switch onwards. I do not have a modified DS. I have no way to... dang it. I have no way to do, like, Kalos, for instance. So, like, what are my options? Sword, Shield... Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl... like, I'm not sure which game I would do it in. Like, I would definitely have to plan it. I just need to get out of this. Thanks for those sound attacks earlier. I mean, I could try it. Like, I've been associated with bug Pokemon since before I became the webmaster of Bulbagarden. So, like, doing silly things with bug Pokemon was my thing. I mean, back in the... well, I mean, this is ancient history, but like, if anyone remembers something at the PASBL, like the anime style battles back on the forums back in the days, like, I mean, I did that with a bug team. Yes, the Archaic days, exactly. I will say, my competitive with bugs was purely in, like, the PASBL, that sort of stuff, never in the video games. I guess there was in the TCG for a while as well, but that was more just the fact that I had a decently good bug Pokemon card that I would play against my sibling with. Not really the exact same thing, though. I do not remember the path. Well, apparently it's up here. Come off. Yep. Slash, let's get out of here before it knocks me out. Oh, dang it, I forgot to do Meowth again. What's the point of doing this pickup thing with Meowth if I'm not actually paying attention and getting the dang things? We'll take the paralysis. yeah, like I'm willing to try it, Bugcatcher J. I just need to think about where I could plausibly do it within the games that I have access to and the ability to stream. Speaking of races, at some point I really do want to do some kind of speed run race. Like, to have two people streaming at the same time and we go through as quickly as possible. Like, it doesn't even have to be a proper speed run. It can be some sort of challenge run that we're both trying to complete at the same time. Reminder. We had pretty good luck with the rare candies the other stream. We've even got a couple of PP ups now as well, I think. So those will be extremely useful. We definitely will need to PP up some of our best moves. And if there is one game I wish I could stream where I could do a mono bug run, it would be Soul Silver. Like, I was doing a mono bug run in that game when I booked it. I don't know if I ever actually finished said mono bug run. Because that would have been right about when I was doing a thesis. I don't remember which thesis, but I'd have to double check the dates. But I was working on a thesis at the time, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, Gen 2 and like presumably in Hardcore Soul Silver as well. Like, well, okay, let's just go back to Gen 2. Gen 2 made the bug runs a lot less intimidating because we actually got access to plenty of attacks. Like in Gen 1, it was largely leaning on the fact that Psychic as a type was overpowered and we got the attack Psychic. I'm not gonna fall for that again. Like having Shuckle and Shuckle, Sizzle, even Ledean. Like, I don't think Ledean's a Pokemon people typically think of as being particularly good, but I found Ledean extremely useful when I played through Gen 2. I think I must have just lucked out and had one with like extremely high attacking stats. But I gave it like a full set of elemental punches. It's doing quite well with it. No, I didn't say Gen 2's just Heracross sweep, I don't think. I mean, Heracross was certainly extremely helpful for that run. I think, what did I have Heracross? Definitely had Earthquake. But yeah, Heracross was extremely important to the run. Honestly, I was more amused when I take out so many Pokemon with Shuckle, though. Because, like, after all the pain of dealing with Whitney, once you could actually get that set up. Again, good early game, tails off mid to late game, that might just be GS. I mean, that's what I was saying. In GS, I was finding my Lydian pretty dang good, even in mid to late game. I mean, I don't think it's as good now, and I think I probably got extremely lucky with its stats, but I don't know if I've ever heard anyone pronounce Lydian the way you do. Well, how do other people pronounce it? It's like, it's based on a ladybug, Lydian. What's weird about how I'm saying it? Is this another one of those cases of me being a weird Aussie? Might just be the accent. Fair enough. Alright, let's see how we go. We took out his gym trainers pretty easily, but he will be up around our level with basically everything, which is going to make things a lot more challenging. At least we got a one-hit KO on the coughing, I'll take that. That's a bit more worrying. Especially with him using Minimize. Oh dear. At least we're somewhat resistant. Oh dear. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? We may need to bail and come back if we can't take this muck out. Take 3 more of those hits. Okay, thank goodness. Double team, minimize, this gen still incredibly painful. Alright, coughing gone, what's his final? Probably won't matter. We've got this well in hand now. 2 side beam users that should be quicker than him. Oh, it's a much higher level wheezing. Oh! Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. So long as he doesn't knock us out, we've got this in hand. Venomoth sweep. We're going to need to name this Venomoth at some point. This stream. We've gone too long without a punny name. Pokemon Rises, so that's a battle. TM6, which is toxic, which won't be too useful. We are glass cannons. We need battles to finish much quicker than. Oh, I mean that's not entirely true. We could have a sacrificial Pokemon to set up a toxic, but I don't want to do that. They should be called Horse, the ancient meme, given how hard it carried that battle. I mean, Venomoth may very well end up carrying us a lot. Actually, let's check the gender here. Okay, Venomoth's female. Now that doesn't mean we can't call it Ranma, but it just means that I have to explain the reference even more to people who don't get it. But that's not impossible, because, yeah, Venomoth at the moment, I mean, let's take a look at those stats compared to Butterfree. Venomoth has attack 61, special attack 90. Butterfree has attack 57, special attack 77. Venomoth now has equal defense at 53, has a slightly worse special defense 69, nice, to 75. Much higher speed, 89 to 81. This Butterfree is struggling. Did defeat all these trainers, right? No, we did not. Okay. Whoops. Whatever. Light flickering. Just in case. Well, I might not bother fighting these other trainers immediately. We can use them for more training when we come back. Twins to battle inside this generation, you have to speak to them. Oh, well, that might be why I didn't get it. Okay, so considering those people didn't just fight me, surely I must have fought all these people. Apparently not. Whatever. After just beating up the guy with Pokemon over level 40, these level 29 Pidgeotto don't really worry me too much. Oh, not the Meowth. You don't want to train the Meowth. Oh, for the love of... Oh, it's someone who's got an attack. Pity it's also someone who doesn't really have attacks that are all that great against it. Butterfree has one thing over Venomoth. Its looks. Compound sleep powder. Yeah. Yeah, admittedly, the compound sleep powder is about the only thing that got us through the Pidgeot when we took out, well, when we made the first attempt at Rival. I don't get the reference there, Darnaguts. No, it's not one I'm familiar with. Heck, I'm trying to remember the last time I actually saw a commercial. Oh, actually, no, I guess it's not that long ago. Well, TV commercial, obviously. I've seen far too many YouTube commercials. But, no, actually, it's like, of course I've seen one recently because we've been watching the World Cup. And they've introduced those horrible hydration breaks with the commercials. And the McDonald's ad that's the same around the entire world. Okay. Seriously, I've never found these bikes to be responsive. Every time I go past where I'm trying to go. Speaking of the World Cup, I've had to think long and hard about tomorrow. Like today, it was like, okay, well, I've bought Spanish beer, so I'll support Spain, and they ended up winning, so it was the right decision. But tomorrow, England versus Argentina. That's tougher. As an Australian, I feel like I'm obliged to hate England. But as someone now living in Costa Rica, I feel obliged to hate Argentina. So, most people obliged to hate. Okay, anyway, save. And no hesitation. Bag. GM case. We only have 2 Pokemon that could learn it, and Venomoth learns it on its own. So Butterfree gets Psychic. Take that. And while we're here, where's PP up? Boost Psychic. In Australia's Cape Spoka Delta, Gallipoli. Okay, so I can't actually go in that gym yet. And I already defeated everyone in that gym. Well, not really a gym, but anyway. So I guess the only options now are try to fight we'll save here first. Either we've now powered up our Pokemon enough to take out the Pidgeot and the Charizard, or we're about to get totally wrecked. One or the other. I have to remember how to get to there again. Was it? early war point, wasn't it? Not that one. There we go, okay. So, the plan. Butterfree, we think, can use Sleep Powder, knock out the Pidgeot with Psychic, then use Sleep Powder again on the Charizard if I'm fast enough, which I may not be. But we will try. After that, it's a matter of hope, pretty much. If the sleep powder doesn't work, then we probably have to try again. Okay, good. It worked. How weak are we that Psychic is only doing that much damage? I'm worried that we have an understrength Butterfree. Of course he sends out the Charizard, we Sleep Powder and hope. Is that a one-hit knockout? It's a one-hit knockout, we're not fast enough yet. We'll try. Okay, Venomoth is at least quicker than Charizard and does almost no damage. Right. This is one of the big walls in this run. I'm wondering if... Okay. At the very least, we have to level some Pokemon. So, Butterfree in the active. Venomoth at least proved that it's quicker now than the Charizard. Venomoth is speed 91. So... I think what we're going to do first is Cycling Road, and then we'll go down and take out everyone else. Oh dear. We haven't gone on this route before, have we? Is there a Pokemon I need to catch here? Go do it. Okay, we can get that. Ah, dang, I should take Venomoth out of the position. We don't need them in second. double battle trainers to worry about. I'm wondering if we are going to have to get the rock type attack on Pinsir. I wonder if we're not going to have any other option. And the problem with that, of course, is that would mean Pinsir needs to get a lot more speed than it currently has. What nature's Butterfree? Not a great one from memory. Let's have a look. Brave nature. And that's the stats. 57, 53, 77, 75, 81. So, yeah. Oh, well, at least that came quick. You'll have to remind me what the nature is. Oh, dang it, I knocked it out. Plus attack minus speed. It could be worse. Minus speed certainly doesn't help in this specific instance, but considering how many attacks that would be special in later gens are actually physical here, it could be a lot worse. Yeah, it doesn't exactly help much, does it? Do I have anything that's not going to knock this thing out? That even... Wait, Dodo would be... Yeah, it's flying, so that's not going to work. That was stupid. Are you resistant to that? No. What do I have? I guess I can throw out... Parasite, maybe, and... No, not Parasite. Maybe Venom. Northern threats and leech lives. Maybe that might knock it out. But yeah, like obviously I'd prefer something that was like special attack up. Yes, they only return but well, can we? Now wait a second. Was return? I think there was only one TM in the entire game. In this one, right? That I have no way to get multiple returns, so yeah, I'm not particularly useful in this specific instance. Yeah, I don't even know who I'd give the return to. Like, realistically, there's only, what, 3 options? Beedrill, Parasect, Pinsir. But... I'm wondering if any of them need it. I mean, I guess I could replace Secret Power on one of them. But, Alright, there's Dodo for the decks. Wait a second, what? There's a second Snorlax? Wow, my memory's completely gone. I do not recall there being a second Snorlax at all. Yeah, I have no recollection of that whatsoever. I only recall there being one Snorlax. Anyway. Ah, dang it, I should have known that did that to me. Well, I already caught one Snorlax, but I'm gonna catch this one too, because it's Snorlax. Unless, of course, I get knocked out, in which case it doesn't matter, because I already caught one. Jeez, not doing much damage. Yuck. So we do have a suboptimal Butterfree. That's not gonna help the run. What about Venomoth? How are we looking there? Oh, wait, no, I have to use Pokeballs. Right. Go back. And of course now I'm asleep. And now I'm KO'd. Just see that coming. I'll tell you in a minute once my Pokemon is... Well, once I've caught this Snorlax. Oh, for the love of... Stop sleeping! Except when I'm putting you to sleep. Oh, for the love of... Arceus' sake. And of course I crit him. Whatever. I've already got a Snorlax. I can't be bothered to do that again. That's a pain. Well, no, I had to get one to fulfill the conditions of the run. But I already got that earlier. So, meh. I at least made a solid effort to try and get it. Okay. may as well have a look at all the Pokemon's natures. So Venomoth has a modest nature. Beedrill has a rash nature. Parasect is docile. And Pinsir is sassy. A modest Venomoth, yes. Venomoth likely is pretty OV in special attack. Okay, so Venomoth is likely our hero here then. Should have come here ages ago. I guess we should probably go through and actually have a look at the stats of all of the Pokemon at some point. I mean, it's not going to make a difference because part of the conditions of the run were that we used the Pokemon we got. We didn't have a choice of lots of different Caterpie. Yeah, that's still painful. Having a Butterfree that can't perform is considering we don't have a Scyther either, that's a pretty huge blow. I mean, when I've previously done this sort of a run, Venomoth has not, like, Venomoth has typically been much worse than Butterfree. Like, this is a complete reversal of the normal run, where Venomoth would be the has-been and Butterfree would make the run plausible. So now I'm stuck wondering, is there anything else that's a special attack that I can give to Venomoth to give me just that bit of extra type coverage? Fortunately, most of the attacks I would have given Venomoth, I think, are actually physical in this gen, so that's not the greatest. To go heal after every few battles. So it's really its main weakness. I mean, the learn sets for bugs are their main weaknesses in the first few gens. Like, Pinsir in Gen 1 is basically, well, you got Guillotine, I guess. Oh, an Earthquake. but only Earthquake via TM. Yeah, that's the problem with Sludge Bomb. I suspect Sludge Bomb, if it's going to anyone, is going to Beedrill. Oh, it's post game as well, so yeah, that's not going to help us. And we're not going to be able to clean these up because we do not have that many psychics left. Oh, they're low enough level, I can swing to someone else. I mean, that's going to be the question, isn't it? I suppose we're going to have to do some testing at some point, aren't we? To determine our types for hidden power. Now, I remember there was a sequence that you could test hidden power in that would basically tell you exactly what it is. I don't remember what that sequence was. Because you just had to attack 3 specific different Pokemon. I don't remember. If anyone can figure out a nice testing regime for hidden power, we do have, how many? 1 or 2 at the moment. Yeah, we've picked up 2 hidden powers so far. So honestly, a lot of Pokemon are probably going to get a hidden power. Well, might get a hidden power. We'll definitely have to test. Nothing on the outfit. Psychic type first, so I need to find a psychic type is going to be the issue. Speaking of which, I need to go in here, don't I? Eradicate. I do not actually have an Eradicate yet, so that needs to be caught. Yeah, I guess that would be the way to try it. Well, I think we'll finish taking out the various trainers. Jeez. We also need to teach someone fly, don't we? So we can actually okay. Come here, you. I don't think we're going to, I don't think we want to have to crawl back up to the top of the road if we can avoid it. Just on Route 11. Yeah. Okay. Got to make sure that we don't save after teaching it until we finish the testing. See if it's actually worth keeping. Geez, I don't recall how we even test the power of it. Like testing the power is going to be awkward when that. Would it be a one-hit KO? Never mind. Oh, maybe not. It's not like his stats that high anyway. But yeah, I mean, when I started this run, I was frankly expecting to have to need a hidden power for every single bug. Well, no, that's not true. I mean, if I did it in Gen 1 where hidden power didn't exist, then surely I could do it here with the wider move pools, but it would certainly make it easier. Trying to think what would be the best thing that we could possibly get. Some rock type attacks, some very strong rock type attacks would probably be the most desirable. I don't think there's any way for us to get a good rock type attack apart from, well, the TM we've already got, which is only what, a power 50 attack or something. Can only go on Pinsir. Should get a special type even though a power option will probably be better. Damage could have been less physical. Well, yeah. For Venomoth, I think we want Ice. I think an Ice attack, if that's at all plausible or possible, would be the ideal. I guess I'd take water too. Ice or water. Just going to go all the way down the bottom, heal up, grab a Pidgey or something, fly back up. Oh, and there's a couple of trainers there I'd forgotten about. Whatever. We'll use the level 2 Pidgey as our fly Pokemon. Well, we'll grab whatever Meowth's got once we get back up. But yes, you're right, we need to grab that. Hopefully it is a PP up, that would be nice. Oh, jeez, it is a PP up. Okay. Yeah, certainly a lot more observant than I am right now. Okay, well, that's, I guess that's gonna have to go on... I don't know who we're going to put it on. We needed the one on... that maybe I should put a second one. I don't know. Like, putting one on I wasn't going to hesitate, but the second, like, oh, maybe I should save that for, well, Venomoth Psychic for starters. Okay, so I've already knocked that one out, but this guy, oh, yes, that's right, you won't make money when you're knocking kids out for their lunch money. It's certainly not going to help when the kids are knocking you out. I am honestly wondering at this point how I'm going to defeat that. I think all I can do is we continue training our Pokemon a bit more. Like, I should now have enough speed on this Butterfree that it should outspeed the Charizard, I think. I now have 89 speed. Venomoth was outspeeding at 91. It didn't do much damage, but it was at least outspeeding, so that might give me enough for the that might give me enough to do the Sleep Powder and Hope. Catch fear on this road. Alright. By next route you mean right at the bottom, right? We'll probably catch it right at the bottom. That'll be a lot easier to do, just not having to worry about the constant movement of the bikes. Certainly showing its usefulness. I mean, it's going to drop off a lot soon, but at least for now it's quite useful. I'm trying to think what hidden powers we would want for each of the Pokemon, if they were available. Like, is there any point to... like, I don't think there's a point to a grass one for Parasect, because grass would only be special, and and Parasect is physical. There's definitely not a point on a poison one for Venomoth. Might be a decent poison one for Beedrill, but I feels like having a rock type coverage will probably help me more there. Or ground. Well, we've already got ground type attacks elsewhere at least. Probably at least one. Getting decent XP off these despite them being so much lower level. I guess this is the other difficulty with this run. The wild Pokemon are... The levels on them aren't great. You're never going to get anywhere near as much XP from them. Can make it a bit of a pain leveling everyone up. At least if someone gets caught behind, it's often a pain to bring them up to everyone else's level. We're now looking at about a 10 level gap between Butterfree and everything else. Well, not everything else, but the lowest level ones. Okay, that Fearo's right down here, right? Yep. Bird keepers and hopefully get ourselves a Fearo while we're wandering around here. I should be okay. What the? I thought I changed my Pokemon. Did I just put it on the top instead of putting it in the active position, didn't I? Oh. Why did I think I had secret power on here? No, whatever. Oh, Brick Break does more than enough damage. Not resistant. Oh, of course, because it'd be normal flying. Did, but I went Brick Break over it. Okay. I mean, to be fair, Brick Break's probably more important. But I'm not sure why I kept Poison Sting then. I mean, I guess Poison Sting has its uses. What item did I have on here, anyway? Black glasses. Oh, right, because I've got Pursuit, so it's the only Pokemon that could actually use the item. Is there any point in fighting these wild Pokemon for experience, or is it such a pathetically small amount that it would just be a waste of time? Ouch. That hurt. Well, I guess I'm taking the KO here. Had to bug me. No pun intended, presumably. Let's heal up. We can start running back and forth until we find the Fearow. That's a bit more XP, but not that much more. It still need to knock out a lot. So, yeah. Oh, and there's our Fearow. Nice and quick. I guess we'll try Brick Break and hope it's not a one-hit knockout. Even with a growl, a second probably would be. Oh, dang it! Figures. about that. At this stage, I'm not sure I can see any way to beating the rival except by abusing sleep powder. At least for the Pidgeot and Charizard. What the? Dang it. Like, what are my other options? Like, I need someone quicker than them. So that's like it's a bad thing. I mean, here's the thing. I don't remember in Gen 1 having to abuse sleep powder to beat that battle. Which does leave me going, so how did I beat them? Like, all I can think of is that I either had Pokemon, well, yeah, it's not Gen 1, but like, I mean, I guess special attack and special defense are separate in this game. Yeah, special attack and special defense are separate in this game, which does change things a bit. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it had Flamethrower, but the special stat of Butterfree was probably higher than the special defense stat in this gen. I'm guessing. Like, if we take a quick look at Butterfree here. No. Okay, my special attack and special defense are almost identical anyway. Oh, we need to name Pinsir as well. Venomoth's special attack is much higher than its special defense, though. Charizard had Ember in Gen 1. That Charizard only had Ember. It didn't have... Well, that would have made things easier. Jeez. Okay, what was the Pidgeot difference? Are there any other significant differences in the moves that would materially impact things? Several. Okay, so what you're saying, it is actually legitimately a harder battle than Gen 1. Okay. That... Again? I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain about the fact I'm leveling, but still. Annoying. Okay, and it's level 29. This should be a bit... Yes, his is the drill that breaks the heavens. Sorry, no, not right. His is the drill that pierces the heavens. Rage and slash. Gen 3 has wing attack and smoke screen. Okay, so yeah. Significantly more challenging moveset. One moment, sorry, my phone is going off. Sorry about that, that was just the alarm reminding us to feed the cat. Sand Attack, Gen 3 has Feather Dance. I mean, Sand Attack would have been more threatening than Feather Dance to us here. But, yeah, the Gen 3 one having a Wing Attack for Charizard is much, much nastier than Rage. Okay. Don't suppose Meowth picked up anything. Nope. Execute his Confusion now. Just Leech Seed do damage in Gen 1. Yeah, Execute. Thank goodness he doesn't have Executor yet. And does he have Alakazam yet, or is it only Kadabra? Like, those two I don't see as threats. Gyarados lost Hydro Pump replaced for Twister. Well, that's probably in our favour, I guess. Now, does that Alakazam actually have any attacks yet? Or is it still pretty useless? Future Sight. Okay, so Future Sight is the only attack isn't too bad. At least we can drop... Like, if it uses Future Sight, we just shift out to Parasect. Assuming Parasect's still alive at that point. Yeah, Psybeam, much more threatening than Future Sight, frankly, for our purposes. Okay, let's go challenge the rival, see if we can do it. I gotta remember how to get up there again. I think it ended up being oh yes, and the abilities. I don't know how they're going to wreck me. Alright, let's see how we go. Of course, if we flub the sleep powder, we kind of have to do it again, don't we? But we didn't. Jeez, and we still need 3 psychics to knock it out. Ugh. On the plus side, still slept. So the question now comes down to, are we quicker than Charizard? Will we get off the sleep powder? We get off the sleep powder. Okay, we now have a legitimate chance. I'll take a knock on its special defense. That'll give a chance to Venomoth if we... No, it's not waking up. Thank goodness! Okay, the rest of the fight's simple. That's more like the Butterfree I remember. It's still got quite a bit beaten up, but ooh, that's painful, but I can take a couple of them, so that's fine. And they can't even take one of those, so that's even finer. Now this is well, whatever. He uses Future Sight, but the Twin Needle will take him out before that even hits. And final is Gyarados. Alright. I'm thinking I'm gonna try Poison. This probably won't work, but I'd rather have Beedrill here take the... It worked! It actually worked. Okay. We're kind of hoping at this point that the Future Sight's not going to hit the next Pokemon we bring out. I guess we'll just start the lower level Pokemon and hope we get a... Oh, of course I take the Future Sight, whatever. Can we take another Dragon Rage? No. But I don't think he can take another Secret Power. We did it! The bugs overpowered our rival! Boss Rocket. Okay, let's go and heal. First things first. We've got some rocket admins to fight before we get to Giovanni, right? Like the rockets who would basically be the models used for what's their names? Proton and there's I forgot the beds. I did indeed forget the beds. I forgot the bed and so ended up doing a run of shame. Well, a bike ride of shame in this case. Whatever. I'm just impressed that Team Rocket has apparently managed to keep their takeover of this whole place completely secret to the point where it's obviously been days and yet no one's done anything. No admins. Oh, there's the... surfing Pokemon for later. So far, better not use it. Why not? Why did I think there was an admin here? Like, wasn't there meant to be some... Oh, wait, are those post-game? Like, I remember something about there being Pokemon based... No, trainers based on the Gen 2 admins in this game. Right. Silverwind. It ain't that strong. But do we get rid of poison powder for it? Does it make sense to have Silverwind instead of Gust or poison powder? Like, on the one hand, our physical stat sucks. On the other hand, it's not like flying is special in this gen. How much have I been using poison powder? I haven't. That probably says it right there, doesn't it? If I'm going to use something with button free, it's likely to be sleep powder. So, yep. You're right, let's get rid of that. Gust is at least useful for actually catching some wild Pokemon. Oh, and I just realised I didn't even hear that alert from Diona Cordy earlier. I only just looked over that screen and saw it. I should tell that's okay. Pinsir's trying to learn Guillotine. Okay, here's another move we need to really think about. Guillotine has ridiculously bad accuracy. But it may just save our bacon. There might be some fights later where the only way through is a lucky guillotine. But if we do take it, what do we replace for it? Like, Revenge is very strong when I can take the hit. Otherwise, Brick Break will be superior. Like, Revenge is what? I think it's 120 power if I'm hit, reduced priority. So that might be superior for some of the fights, because if I need to go first, I can probably just throw Secret Power. Dig, I think I have to keep for now. Guillotine only works if you're at the same level or higher than the target. That is true. I am going to be over-leveled later in the... Like, when we fight the Elite Four and Champion, all of our Pokemon will be higher level than all of their Pokemon. Like, it... Realistically, we're not going to manage it to do it without being higher level. It's only a 1% boost per level you have above the target. So yeah, we're still going to have very, very low percentage chances with all. But the question becomes, do we need that possible one-hit KO? And if we do take it, what the heck do we drop for it? I mean, again, Dig we can buy. If we have to buy... Okay, maybe that's something to consider. We can rebuy Dig if we have to. Dig right now is our anti-electric. But how many more electric Pokemon are we going to be facing? Well, I guess we haven't done the power plant yet, have we? Dig will be useful. Oh, true. Dig's going to be useful for fire too. Yeah. Outside of Charizard and Moltres, yes, but we've still got a whole fire gym to go through. Of course, by then, maybe we'll think about Earthquake. Though, if we're holding on to Earthquake post-game, maybe not. Earthquake might be a bit much. I don't know. I could... So, Brick Break and Secret Power, both are... Actually, right now we've got 3 purchasable TMs on here. Could we leave it for now? Ooh. Can we get moves remembered before the Elite Four? Because that... I guess that's really my concern. Like, realistically, we can do it before Elite Four? Okay, then, yep, we skip now then. If we can get it before Elite Four, that's the only time we're going to need it, realistically, so we don't have to grab it before then. Yes, that's where we want to go. Bed. First 3 Sevions. Excellent. Now, I forget what Pokemon he has at this point. Nidorino. I possibly could have had someone better out, but whatever. How many mushrooms do I have? I have no idea. I'm sure I'll be able to... Like, if I have to grind for something at that point, I don't care. Like, realistically, at that point, we're probably going to be doing a lot of grinding anyway. And if I do decide we need Guillotine, it'll probably be after, like, 1 attempt to begin with. I'm sure I have at least a few. Jeez, after taking on our rival, Giovanni, he is kind of, weak. Yeah, Giovanni's kind of a joke at this point. that wasn't the right move either. Whatever. Switch out. Make all those tail whips useless. Stolen from one person per token. Yeah, so we're not going to have to worry too much about that then. Have to grind for it, we can. Can't take big one down. Yep. It's all good. If we need it later, you can point me to it. And as it is, we'll try doing the Elite Four without Guillotine anyway. And only if we fail and determine that we absolutely need it will we go for it. Possible, you are playing for self. You're a fellow. Forget all Pokemon exists for Team Rocket. I shall return. Speaking of Team Rocket, there's this new board game being released in Japan and I think China as well, based around Team Rocket. We don't have the detail. Oh, we don't have full details of it yet, but it's coming. Thank you. Anything over this will do. Master Ball that we'll never use. Well, maybe use against Mewtwo. Actually, no, we won't. We'll catch Mewtwo with Pokeballs. I mean, there's so much corruption and crime in the world. I mean, someone like Giovanni feels like he's... Oh wait, I can't sleep here anymore? Boo. Well, I guess this Pokemon's gonna faint then. Or maybe not. We actually got back without them fainting. Gasp! Okay, we're gonna live dangerously and try twin needling them, I think. Oh, make sure we check me out. Alright, let's race through the gym, and then I think we probably need to catch up on catching some Pokemon, don't we? Now, as I recall, the way to do this is literally just walk forward. As in, go in the warp pad directly in front of the direction you came out of, whichever warp pad you used to come in. That's a little concerning that that didn't one-hit KO without a crit, but we'll see how things go. I mean, this one's looking a bit better. Add no crit, dang it. Need to go in the Safari Zone. Yeah, not much we can do about the Safari Zone. That's going to be time consuming, unfortunately. Are there any others on routes that we've missed? I know we have to go back and do a bunch of... yeah, it's going to get competitive over here. I might put Parasite down. I know there's a bunch of fishing that we're going to have to do at some point. But we'll probably come back and do fishing later. Because we'll get a whole bunch of those Pokemon when surfing anyway. But let's see. What do we have to get in the Safari Zone? Chansey, Kangaskhan. Anything else that's a must catch there? Dodrio, technically, I think. Is that a Safari Zone? I think it was catchable. Taurus, yeah, Taurus, okay. Alright, that's not too bad. Okay, that's gonna take ages. Oh yes, execute too. Okay. Well, I think we have to be prepared to not catch all of those this stream, and then the question becomes, how many streams do we require for that? Oh jeez, right on two. Okay, yeah, there's going to be quite a few. We'll catch whatever we can and hope, I think, is the lesson here. Oh jeez, you're right. I need arenas. Okay. Oh dear, this is going to be ghost tones. I just want to off a bit then. Dratini's in the game corner of Safari. Ooh, yeah. Where will Dratini be less painful is the real question there. What's the percentage on the... Well, what's the rarest percentages? Let's put it that way. Like, do we only have to worry about 5%, or is it going to get even lower than that? We have 1%. And it's the only place we can catch them, right? We still need names, by the way, for Venomoth and pincer. I don't know if Pincer's developed enough of a personality yet to easily name it. Kangaskhan's 4% in another area. Well, we'll see how Kangaskhan goes. I mean, if we run into it before the Dragonair, then it might not matter. Actually, I guess that is a good question though. How many Pokemon are actually exclusive to Safari Zone? Versus ones where we could make an argument that, okay, we'll go back and catch it in a different area where we don't have to rely on Safari Balls. I mean, has Venomoth turned out to be a hero? Because Butterfree went and destroyed the rival in the end. So in the end, Venomoth didn't get a chance to carry or do anything. We thought it would be the standout, but it has actually not been the MVP. It's still been Butterfree, as we expected at the beginning of the run. Level Venomoth 6 levels over Charizard. Yeah, well, it might have. That is true. I mean, that's a vote for Ranma there. If you're wanting a horse-themed name. Which is okay, Kangaskhan, Chansey, Tauros, Dragonair, all Safari Zone exclusives. So we have to catch those four. I think anything that we can catch elsewhere, we will try it at Safari Zone if it comes up. But as soon as we've got those four exclusives, that's the end of us for Safari Zone. I think that might be the best way to handle Safari Zone. After the hard set of battles we had before, these gym trainers aren't very threatening. I kind of feel like against... Well, we're not going to be able to trade at the moment, so I guess those count too. I don't think we want agility. We're too fragile to worry about trying to boost ourselves. Oh, there's the end game trade too. Yeah. Okay, well if there's the in-game trade, we won't count that as an exclusive. Because I do need to go and complete all those in-game trades. we're not going to force ourselves to do it immediately, but we should have all the pre-Elite Four in-game trades done before Elite Four. At least we've got Fly now, so we have the ability to go around, do those a bit easier. Okay, I think we're going to go back and heal. But yeah, this is the technique I always use to get through. There is a straight path to Sabrina past all the gym trainers, and it guarantees you don't get lost with all the warp pads. Or at least in Gen 1 there was a straight path. I really hope there's a straight path in this Gen 2. I think you're right, actually you're right, both would work, but I want to make sure I have fought all the trainers, so the horizontal paths make more sense for that. Since I'll at least walk in front of all the trainers. The short paths are probably quicker, but since they don't pass in front of the gym trainers, you've got a chance of missing them. Oh, good, we're here. Alright, we're going to hopefully take it all out with Beetle. Vision of your arrival. When did you have the vision? Level 38, that shouldn't be too hard. Geez, these are all cleaning up. But it's still future sight, so not going to do much for them. And it's still one hit KO'd. Ah, drats. Right, get out of there. It's fine. And of course they had a Hyper Potion. Using a Venomoth's pretty pathetic, but that's fine. Ooh, that hurts. Okay. Ah, good. Just enough damage for the KO. So it shocks me, but also it didn't work hard enough to win. If you choose to do the Marsh Badge. Yeah, throwing a bug against the bug-type master. Not the best idea. Which is what? I don't even recall. Calm Mind. So, did she give Calm Mind? Calm Mind didn't exist in Gen 1, did it? What'd she give in Gen 1? Was it Calm Mind? Psychic was the TM in Gen 1. Okay. Oh, Sideway. Oh, right, yes, of course. Which was pretty useful. Actually, why do I have the feeling that I taught Psychic to Butterfree, Psywave to Venomoth in Gen 1? I don't recall. Okay. First, before anything else, I need to double check that I have actually properly completed the cycling road. It's far too easy to accidentally miss a train or two there. And we know we've missed some trainers down to the east of Fuchsia. So before I go and try and actually progress in the game, we will make sure that we have fully cleaned all of these up. So there's no one in the center here. Yeah, honestly, I'd like to leave the Safari Zone for next week if I can, because I think it is going to legitimately take an entire stream to get those, isn't it? Ah, dang it. The only question is, do we have another like 45 minutes worth of trainers? I don't think we do. Cool. That was not the move I meant to use there. We're not that far from the bottom, so I guess I can crawl up if we absolutely have to. And of course a fade. Now the other thing to consider is, should we be going anywhere before we go to Seafoam and towards Cinnabar? By which I mean, when is the appropriate time to go up towards the power plant? I mean, Zapdos would be, what, level 50? So it's not like we have any hope of catching them with our Pokemon as they currently stand, do we? Yeah, there is the fishing. There is the option of fishing. Though how many of those are Pokemon that we will be able to run into just like around? Like, if we don't need to fish or swim to get them, I'm inclined to leave them and grab them just like in Seafoam or whatever, if they're in there. Okay, that must be all the trainers there, so good, we just have the ones east of here now. I've done all these. Check them just to be sure, since we absolutely could have gone behind them. Is that the only Team Rocket sympathizer we've ever seen who's not an actual grunt. Very surfing and sea farm, nothing you have to finish for. Well, I am supposed to be able to look up Pokemon spawns for the purpose of fulfilling that condition. So I guess I might have to look up those and figure out which is going to have the best spawn rates. We might have a whole stream dedicated to catching next week or something. Just do Safari Zone and do fishing whenever we need to for our sanity between Safari Zone runs. Dang it! Whatever. I'm trying to think what name suits Pinsir. Like, the Venomoth issue could keep us going for ages, but Pinsir as well. It's like, what's Pinsir's personality here? I need another name suitable for a female Pokemon. And it might not have the fighting type, but it's certainly acting like it with all of its moves. Deserves a nickname already though. Well, at least we have made some serious progress today. Even if we're like, we have got through one of the major walls in that rival fight. Like, at this point, what's the next major wall that we will encounter? Blaine? Maybe? But if we're outspeeding Blaine, then he's probably not as big a threat. I guess catching the legendary birds. Like if we read or if we apply the rules 100% strictly, does this mean I have to catch Articuno before I can move on from Seafoam? Because if that's the case, then Articuno is an absolute wall. I mean, we can possibly do it. Because at least it's not self-recovering or anything. But, it will not be easy. There will be many resets. Kira. Well, that's obviously not a Death Note reference because it's the wrong spelling for that name, so... Like Kai. I'm not getting the reference you're making here. Go for your Prince's Japanese name. Oh. What? I missed. Dang it. I know, I kind of wanted something that said, well, so there will be and look at modern other languages. Oh, what the heck? I missed it twice in a row? Oh, is it disabled? Not disabled, minimized? Yeah, it must be. Oh, dang it. Okay. We are getting to that weird point in the game where Parasect struggles. Like, I guess it'll be better in Seafoam. But, well, we're dealing with all the Tentacool, it won't be so good. Though honestly, just the fact that Parasect's actually been useful for this run is already far better than I was ever hoping for it. A Gen 1 version of this run, Parasect would be pretty dang useless, so... Actually, I guess there's something to be said there. So we did this as a Gen 3 run, largely because they released this game on Switch, and I figured that, oh yeah, this would be fun to do. And I could do it as a tribute to Gen 1, yada yada yada. At some point, would people want me to do this on Gen 1? Because I do have the ability to stream that on my original card. Like, I'll have to back up the save file, but I have means to do that. So I don't mind starting a new game on that card, given I can back up my save file. Would people want to see me do that on Gen 1? Like, I would need to see if I... Did I catch Ditto? Yeah, we caught Ditto last week, I think. pretty sure we could get her already. If we didn't, that's an additional task I need to do before I can move on, but we can finish all the trainers first. Absolutely still looking for names for Venomoth and for Pinsir. Oh, you're right, we have not yet caught Ditto. Okay, so we have to go and do that after we've finished all these trainers off. Getting much XP from these. But at the same time, it feels a bit silly to put Parasect out against birds. Sort Parasect in for things that are a bit weaker. Hey, names that are references to something, completely fine. I mean, having the Parasect be Hilton was funny. I'm completely fine with those. I mean, I would ideally like some sort of name that says something about the Pokemon's personality, or that connects thematically to things that we've had them do. But and I mean, I'll admit, from that sense, Hilton doesn't really work as much for Parasect, but when we named it, when I was expecting Parasect to basically, essentially, stay in the hotel room of its Pokeball for most of the run and almost never get used because it's just horrible in Gen 1, like the name was absolutely perfect for it. Luna. Still feels a little generic. It's possible. I mean, the Luna doesn't exactly scream moth to me on its own. And I mean, the suggestion earlier of naming it Mothra was, well, I guess it has turned into a bit of a monster. It's a lot stronger than I thought. That might be closer to the kind of feeling I want, but I don't know. I'm indecisive. Still plenty of time to figure out. As it is, we've got 5, so it's not like it's too difficult. Sky, okay. Admittedly, I generally don't bother naming my Pokemon anymore. Like, outside of streaming runs, I almost never name my Pokemon. I used to. In all honesty, one of the reasons I stopped was because there's so many Pokemon and I want to remember the species names. Because I'm not getting any younger. My memory, oddly enough, is getting better, but that's only because I stopped taking caffeine once we realised that was causing problems for me, and it turned out that caffeine was the source of a lot of my memory issues. Well, that and chronic fatigue. I will say, it does actually feel a little weird playing this particular game in English, simply because my own LeafGreen cart is Japanese. I bought it while I was living in Japan. I mean, it was actually, I played it in hospital in Japan. I spent almost a month basically in and out of hospital in 2004 when I was over there. So this is the game that got me through that. What's the trainers here now? I think it is. Yeah, okay, so was it the grass at the beginning of here, or the grass, or the next load of grass that was the best for Ditto? I'll try this one. Oh, before I forget again. I did have an item on here. It was very meh. Up. Let's just get the Pokemon we need and move on. %% chance in. I hope I'm in the right route then. Can never remember where the exact route boundaries are here. That's the worst part about looking for these Pokemon. Like, I could beat these Pokemon up, but what would be the point? They're such low level that... I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be relatively quick to beat them up, but... I'd end up taking so much time. Does it really even gain me that many levels beating them up? It feels pointless. No, I'm gonna double check the town map. That should show where I am now, right? Yeah, okay, I am on Route 14. Doesn't matter which patch of grass I'm in, I don't think. Ah, there we go. Now, let's not knock it out. Who has the absolute weakest attack here? Attack status 63. And it still has leech life. maybe not Gust. Maybe I'll use Gust. Okay. One Gust is fine. You know, that name is just making me think My Little Pony. Now we throw the balls. Okay, first maybe we throw out Parasect and have it Spore then. It's going to do that to us. Try for some heals. Where are we sitting? We've got 15 more minutes. That doesn't... I guess we could have a round of the Safari Zone. We're probably not going to catch it much, but we can have a shot. Catch the Roscoe like very easy catch. I do not recall how they really work, whatever. Well, those names fit? Well, I guess the first one was. Now, I absolutely do not recall where each of these Pokemon are. So that's something we will need to actually check. I guess I don't need to check it now. But I will need to check for next week. Oh jeez, I don't even know there. Okay, well, we'll go for... Oh, that's not what I'm doing. Yeah, Dratini's an awkward place, I recall, too. I don't recall what the proper technique is. Is it rock bait ball? As it is, I've got the feeling... Ooh, a Kangaskhan. Okay. Bait. Did we do anything wrong? We threw the bait. Should we have just thrown the ball immediately? Was that the right move? Surely bait was the right move there, wasn't it? And we just got unlucky that it ran away? Well, that's one Pokemon down. Easier to catch, so... Ah! safari balls yet. Just reached the secret house. I made a campaign for a grand opening. I was getting word no campaign prize. Congratulations, you've won. HM3. Oh good, we did actually need that. At least the next run through we'll be able to use surf. Because I suspect we can't actually get Dratini without surfing over there. So what you're saying is it won't work if I try to force it. Time's up. Worth it. So, oh jeez. So, would it be better? Wait, I should have gone to get backwards. Whatever. So basically, what you're saying there kind of says to me, just throw the balls. There's not much point doing anything but throwing balls. I rather doubt that I will get a forward shiny doing that. If for no other reason than if I was a shiny hearing my singing, I would absolutely run away. Well, this would be east area, I think, is it? I'm gonna have to look up everything about this region, or rather about the Safari Zone. next week's stream, that's for certain. Far too many useless Pokemon. Lucky with this Rhyhorn, but come on, get in the ball. That was easy. I like the general idea of the Safari Zone. I agree that I would prefer it to not have a step or time limit. That I'd prefer it to only be limited by the amount of Safari Balls we've got left. I mean, have it cost more or whatever, but I don't have to walk, but using the bike I'm less accurate, so I end up using steps unnecessarily. Oh! Oh, I completely forgot that trick, yeah. Alright, so... well, Oh! Pincer. Well, we've already got one, but I'm still going to catch another. Just because. Or not. As it is, we are at time, so once this particular... Oh, didn't I need to catch a second one of these for a trade? There's no other Pokemon I need to catch for trades here, was there? Oh, hello again, Pincer. I mean, it's not so much that I want to hunt for the Nidorino, but I suspect that I will find the Nidorino by accident before I manage to catch Kangaskhan and Chansey. There's the pincer that never was. Honestly, I don't think we would have gotten to here without pincer. Having pincer early for this run, early compared to doing it in blue, where I absolutely never bothered to get one from the Rocket Game Corner. In fact, I'm not sure if you can even. If Chansey's the only one here, we may as well keep going for the Chansey for a little while longer. At least until we've used... Oh, well, no. Is there... I'm just reminding myself, if there's no other Pokemon here that we could be wasting our balls on... No, we haven't got a Dratini. If we had a Dratini, that would be amazing. But no, I think they meant Chansey's the only one in this specific zone that's available, and Dratini's in probably the zone above us. Though that's a point. I think I'd rather try for the Dratini at the moment. Oh, Dratini's in. Well, wait. There's still the Chansey and the Kangaskhan. We didn't catch the Kangaskhan earlier, did we? No. I mean, that would be interesting. Like, that would be a better way to implement a safari zone. I mean, heck, like... I'm just gonna wander around it rather than do the turns. Oh! Well, there you go. Nidorino. Fled. Dang. It happens. I have a strong suspicion at this point that after making lots of progress this week, managing to defeat 2 gym leaders, a rival, and Giovanni, that next week is just going to be a whole bunch of spinning on the spot trying to find Pokemon, isn't it? It does occur to me that, like, something like ZA's Wild Zones would be a more effective way to do, like, an African region or something, if they were going to give us something like that eventually. Like, actually give us full-on safari adventures with Pokemon. Heck, have us camp out in the wild and have to be afraid about wild Pokemon coming after our camp and stealing our supplies. Mankey going through your bags, stealing your hats. actually, that kind of makes me think of like a, what if you had a Pokemon Snap, but do it like Legends Arceus in terms of the zones. So have these gigantic wide open zones, you actually control your character, and instead of having the catching mechanic from Legends Arceus, you instead had a taking a photo mechanic. Yeah, the new region seems to be like Southeast Asia. I don't think it's Indonesia specifically. I've got the feeling it might have been a bit more north of that, but I'd have to double check what's been identified so far for wind and waves. Chances 4% in north. I think I'm in north right now. 1% west, 1% east. Change road everywhere. Okay. I mean, I'm sure we've got it listed on Bulbapedia. Actually, a little surprised that my Safari adventure hasn't ended already. I would have expected the PA to go, it runs up by now. I guess we were turning in a circle for a long time. Yeah. Which is going to be next week. Next week's stream is just going to be 3 hours of spinning in place. Oh, another shot at the Nidorino. Dang it. Ah, we gave it a good try at least. But, I mean, that's what I said, we're more likely to run into that several times before we catch the others, so I'm not too... I'm not too concerned about missing it. Oh, there we go. Time's up, and that also means our time is up for this week's stream. I will go and go back to the Pokemon Center and remind myself to grab a Lapras. Maybe we'll throw Lapras in the party right now and teach it Surf before we forget. Because we are absolutely going to need that one way or another next week. It occurs to me, if we want to keep Meowth with us when surfing, we're going to need to drop someone from the party temporarily. Oh well, we'll figure that out when the time comes to it. But yeah, as I said, it is actually quite a bit past 10 PM now, so we're well past our usual ending time. Do we have any of our friends currently streaming something appropriate? Not really. I think we'll probably end it without a raid tonight. But yeah, well, we'll definitely do some kind of challenge there, Bugcatcher J, but we'll have to figure out what form that might take. Who knows, maybe we'll get PASBL going on the Bulba forums or something, and you can challenge me in my old team. But in any case, where are we at? Next week's, well, the next stream on the channel is obviously Caps with his Caps Lock on Thursday, Abby with Pokadachi Life Friday, Caps with Mystery Dungeon Mornings, followed by Dawning Winds with Sketching Saturdays. Sunday we've got Shiny Hunting with Snowy, Emmy continuing his Ultra Sun, and then Mochi is back. I saw back, so he'll be streaming again Monday. Caps has cancelled. Oh, okay, that needs to be labelled as a cancel. Well, figure that one out. Both of his streams. Okay, I think I can do a skip this next stream in here. So I thought that was next week rather than this week, but that's okay. Right, labeled as skipped. Cool. You know, now I'm going to unskip that and let Caps handle it, because now I'm not so certain. Because I think what you're thinking about is, if you're saying that's ME as well, I think you're talking about this. It's some kind of broader campaign thing. Yeah, here we are. Expect all non-Safari Week streams to be cancelled for the event between July 17th, which is Friday, and 26th, which is... Oh, geez, so, okay. One says, I just let know regularly scheduled streams if possible. Okay, so, I wonder if I'm going to be streaming next week. Well, probably best to watch the Bulbagarden Discord to get updates on what's happening there. And hello there, Joshy Stone. Unfortunately, we are about to end. Coming at just the wrong time, but yes. Okay, Caps is out of town, then it's on. So yep, that explains where Caps has gone. But yeah, we'll have people streaming. Look, if Caps has to completely cancel and everything, maybe I'll pop up in that time slot on some of these days and do some bonus streams. They won't be for this, but I'm sure we can find some other Pokemon game to poke around with and do something a little special. I don't know, we'll figure something out. Maybe do something silly, I don't know. If you've got any requests, let me know in the multimedia channel on the Bulba Discord. I will say, given that these would be like only a couple of streams we're talking about here, not saying like a bug lock of SV. Like that's a long-term thing that will take me months to complete if I'm only doing one stream a week of it. Let's do the kind of silly little thing that can be done in just a stream or two, okay? Let's save our sanity there. Twitch does Discord events. Okay, I'll talk to Caps. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I know we want to label those as skipped on the Twitch if they actually have to be skipped, because I think Twitch penalizes us in the algorithm when we don't have that. But yeah, in any case, keep an eye on Bulba Discord, and I suppose also Bulba forums. We'll post updates about all this sort of stuff, so you can keep in touch. Bulbapedia, of course, your resource for everything Pokemon. Gotta say, it's not being allowed to look at it for the purposes of this run has actually been a lot more challenging than I thought it would be, but I guess my memory of this generation is, well, a distant memory at this point. But, yeah, in any case, watch the schedule for when I'm back, and we'll see how we go. Whenever we are back, it will be, unfortunately, Safari Zone until we catch all those Pokemon. Hopefully it won't take us more than one stream. We may need to find ways to amuse ourselves and make those silly, to make them work. If you're really going to force me to do karaoke of Pokemon songs, I at least insist on doing the Japanese ones. Enemies horse hunting. I don't know. I mean, if I'm just spinning on the spot, we'll see. Oh, if you take your request, look, you will get me doing a hara 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 relay, and you will... Yeah, I can do Advanced Adventure, that's not hard. Hara 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 relay is much harder. And ironically, I'm actually better at the difficult version than I am at the easy one. I'd have to look up the lyrics for that one, but yeah. I realize, like, Henshin de Kameta Monimena, Henshin de Kameta Monte de Moshinpai, Henshin is my Dekaneta Monina, Henshin de Kameta Monte de Moshinpai. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and do that without actually having the music. Anyway, it is possible if you try. Yeah, the thing is, trying to concentrate at doing the Safari Zone at the same time as this is not easy. We'll see how it goes in any case. Alright. I need to head off. Precious is not meant to be performed live. Yeah, well, exactly, that's hara 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 relay. Look it up. That one is cruel. Gosh, it's probably better than... Oh, which is harder? Hara 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 relay or some of the rap battle things from Horizons? Probably hara 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 relay. You don't know how to... Okay, look, I will link you the Bulbapedia page, because obviously I can't stream it. Yeah, I mean, the translated name would be Exciting Pokemon Relay. Thank you very much for the follow, Mochifa. Wait, Mochifa, as in Bulbagarden's Mochi? Or maybe not, I'm not certain. Is that Bulbagarden's Mochi? I don't think so. No, different mochi. Well, thank you for the follow. And yeah, so anyway, as I said, we will continue when we continue the watch the schedule, because yeah, with that upcoming event, we will have to move things around a little, but we'll absolutely be streaming again soon as we continue this mono bug challenge. Alright, I need to head off. Thank you all. Have a good night. We'll see you all again soon. Have a good one.